go any further than that. But they are exemplary, shall we say, in an opening that were taken from the town of Quedlinburg and ended up in White. There are a significant number of questions. One of them is really very difficult.
In some cases, all we have is photographs, and they understand.
Why did we pick 1943? It's an essentially arbitrary date, except that 1943 does appear to be a watershed, and that when thinking on what post-war needs would be, sort of began. And we see the government in 1943 beginning to recognize the importance of the assets question and beginning to plan for how it would handle the assets questions in a post-war environment.
We need to know all the efforts that we extended to uncover the source, the origin of the gold that our troops captured in their advance through Western, Southern, and Central Europe between 1943 and 1945. And their subsequent consolidation in the foreign exchange depository. It does ultimately involve our government, especially when gold was sent to the Federal Reserve of New York. And we know specifically there are several shipments that consisted exclusively of what's referred to as non-monetary gold. We also know that the Bureau of the Mint was asked to assay gold in Europe for the purposes of the foreign exchange depository, but curiously enough, it would appear as if they were less willing to do so once the gold reached the United States. We simply want to clarify that question, whether it was simply bureaucracy or whatever.